So with my Mondu, with my iced tea, and with my game development skills, of which I have none, let's do this. Alright, we're in the PC revolution, and we're going to spend the next 35 years building our dream company. I bet it'll fly by. So we have to give our company a name. Do I have any witty company names in the chat, or am I just going to go with Azren hats like I did in my practice run? I'll put the question mark there for now. But I at least know that I'm Azren. I'm male. I don't have skin of that color. That's as close as I'm gonna get. Gray. Alright, blue, because that goes with my background. As long as I don't forget to give a name to the game. Awesome. Oh, crud, I left the question mark in the company name, but we're gonna roll with it. If you ever want to review the tutorial messages, which I might just have to do, it's in the help menu. Awesome. Started my game company. I also started my Twitch channel. It's quite a momentous day. I'm in a garage. I'm in a bedroom. There's a lot of similarities going on here. Many businesses have started out this way. Alright, excuse me for 1 second. There's people in the hall. Alright, apologies for the slight interruption there. I may have to start a little later on these things in the future, but I just couldn't wait any longer, so I went with 7:30. Alright, my first game, I can click anywhere. I'm gonna click on the headlight. Nail that headlight. And you know what? That's all the inspiration I need. Headlight. That's the name of the game. Headlight. Don't worry, Mondu, I didn't forget to name it. I spent very little effort naming it, but I named it. Oh, Racing or Crime would be good for a game called Headlight. And that's exactly why I started with this game, Mondu, is for that exact reason. And then, if I try a Hat in Time later, and that doesn't go well, I can just end off, but we'll have already done this. You want to be caught in the headlights? That sounds more like a crime game. Genre? We're gonna bust some punks, and that's like Hooper Stream Miss Wizard did earlier. So this is totally an action game. And that just leaves the only question of the G64 or the PC. G64's got that market share. Yes, I'm aware that the files are random. I did do a practice run. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I know how things go with the G64 in the future, but it does have that market share right now. So for my first game, I'm going to jump onto that platform. It's going to cost me $25K. I think we need some 2D graphics to show those punks standing in the headlights, hands up in the air. You know, not too much, but just little image to give you that satisfaction that you've caught them in your headlights. Alright, we spent 30K on headlights. We've got 40K right now. So, engine, gameplay, story, and quests. Well, it's an action game, so I feel like story and quests can take a bit of a dip. I mean, there should be quests, but we're focusing on the action here. We really want that gameplay up. And in order to support that gameplay, I'm going to leave the engine just a little above 50%. Alright, I'm rolling with it, just like I'm rolling with that question mark in my company's name that I forgot to delete. First game made by Azren. Game development started. While developing your game, you will generate game points, which you can see bubble. And now game points are divided into design points and technology points. The more points you generate, the better the game will be. Oh no, bug points. Less experience. Bugs should be fixed. Alright, I have seen this game played before, by the way. I'm not totally blind here. I never saw a complete playthrough, though. Alright, for stage 2, dialogues. We need that witty police banter. Level design. Just generic city with a bunch of punks to beat up. Artificial intelligence. Well, we need them to fight back, don't we? Let's do that. Let's see, what else can I talk about while we're developing this action game where we catch those criminals in their tracks? I will add that I'm on YouTube, and I plan to try and get these stream archives on that channel in addition to the remixes I make of video game music, as well as my own original compositions. There is a command for that if you want to check that out. Additional features, right? Risk versus reward, want to spend that money to make that money. Except we don't have a lot of money, so we gotta be cool about it. Alright, we got world design. Again, not all that important, I think. Oh, sound is highly important. Oh yeah, that's definitely what they mean by graphic, Montu. Now, sound is very important because you need... They spend a lot of time making sounds on action movies. I've seen some footage of how they try and get that perfect punch sound to satisfy the audience in theaters. So I know that's going to be big for this game. And graphics, like I said, we need to see their punk faces in the headlights. Now, if we don't have lighting, why are we even calling the game Headlight? Alright, so I can choose 2D graphics. Oh wait, no, I have to choose 2D graphics because that's what I chose at the beginning. Basic sounds are only 5K, and I just went on about how important I think they are. Go big or go home, right? That's the motto of Headlight. Alright, there are 4 bugs, so I don't want to press that finish button yet. But I do know that taking the time to work out those bugs is going to cost me more of my budget. Only 27K remaining. I'll have to make a quick judgment. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Went down to 19. I didn't think it would go down quite that much. I'm going to have to keep that in mind for the next game. But the development is finished. While developing games, you gain experience and improve your skills. Well, that's good. I imagine the same is true for streaming. This really was the perfect game to start with. When development is completed, you'll be presented with a summary of the experience gained. That is a very satisfying experience sound. What did I say about sounds? They're very important. You need to make them satisfying. I hope my sound levels are satisfying, and also my graphical levels, but I know that you'll all be wonderful people and let me know if I need to fix any of that. Alright, gained. The smallest experience gain was world design plus 81, level design plus 81. Those were the ones that I specifically lowered. But yeah, we're gonna release this thing. Good judgment, good topic genre. I knew it. I knew headlights and crime would go well together. And action. I should mention the action. That Scrolls of Elder game, we'll see if we get to the RPG stuff. I'll keep that in mind, see if we can try it. Your game is now complete. Should see reviews and sales coming in. Alright. The first reviews. Headlight came in. Waste of time. They don't know true art when they see it. Meh, I'll take it. Okay, waste of time was one thing. Waste of money? That's another thing. Fun at stages. Of course it's fun at stages. It's got headlights, which are like stage lights, and I should get off this bandwagon now and just move on to the next. You can invest a little bit of time to analyze your creation and generate a game report. Yep. Learning is everything. Close the message and click anywhere to bring up the action menu. Azran Hats, with a question mark, is a newcomer in the gaming industry. You can tell because of the question mark, and they released Headlight. It was a moderate response from reviewers. We are curious what Azran Hats will deliver in the future. Alright, we sold 3.3k units. That is like 1,000 units for every viewer on the stream right now. Now that your game is on sale, you'll receive the income. I like income. I know I'm personally still trying to get some of that for when the summer's over. Game history. Right, headlight on the... Maybe the problem was the G64. I don't know, I just figured jump on that bandwagon early, then jump the ship to PC when it gets to be too late. Then what else? Reset. Oh, right, generate game report. You know what, I'll do that. The number one thing we need to do is learn. So let's select headlight for that. Learning can only make us stronger. You know what else can make us stronger? There's iced tea. Let's look at the game report. Got the following results. Crime and action is a great combination. Tell me something I didn't know. Story and quests are not important. Sound is quite... Mondu, are you seeing these three things? I said all three of these things out loud as I was making the game. Did I not? Now this game report thinks it's all high and mighty. Like, yo, you don't know what you're talking about. You were supposed to have really good sound. Even though you turned it all the way up and paid extra for it. Maybe I still had too much story and quests. Maybe that was the issue. Oh, and yes, I do expect you to keep your knowledge under lock. I've seen people play this before. I have some knowledge, just been a little while. Alright, new game. Game number 2. Well, that first one was Headlight. And I'm not gonna make a sequel to that just yet. Let's wait 25 years and make a Kid Icarus Uprising with headlights. That being said, this game... Ooh, what's this game going to be? I think this is a... My save file ended in the year 45. Alright, I think this is a character from Battle Block Theater. But my icon's a hat, and my company's named after the hat. So we're gonna make Hattie Haddington. Well, we just made a crime game. Is Hattie Haddington an assassin or a post-apocalyptic? The hat is the mark of the assassin. Alright, now I'm torn between RPG, strategy... I'm torn between all of these categories, actually. But I just made an action game, you gotta get that variety. Hat's Creed. What type of game would you say Assassin's Creed is? Speaking as someone who's never played it, that is action, right? But again, I'm not gonna go with action. Even though action doesn't... You know, maybe we should just start as an action game company. The Gentleman Assassin. Hey twins, am I speaking to Chuck or Nick? I'm going to assume Chuck for now, just because he was the last one that I heard from. But I will concede that you also could be Nick. The Gentleman Assassin, and that gentleman is where I get my username from, Professor Layton in the Azrain Legacy is the 6th game in the puzzle game series, but enough about that. We have an assassin strategy game to make. That's what I'm going with. And we're gonna jump to that PC. I think that might have been my mistake last time. Alright, it is Chuck. Good to see you, Chuck. Milking a specific genre is a good idea. Well then I will probably go back and switch to an action game. You know what, we did graphics the first time, I gotta do it again. Yes, I know about game reports, I just did one and it told me jack squat. It told me things that I said out loud. Alright, gameplay. I mean, this is an assassin game. There's gotta be a motive for them to kill. There's gotta be quests that tell them who to kill. But really, all these things are important for Hattie Haddington, Master Assassin. So I guess I'm just gonna even them out. Oh, I know, the story quest lane is giving me a minus hint. So I guess that's true, we really don't need much of that for an action game. Though I do appreciate when there is one. Even if it's something like Bayonetta where it's really confusing and mind-boggling. But hey, at least there is some semblance of a story there, right? Alright, let's just get that gameplay and engine up there then. Maybe I should have gone even lower on that, but it's too late now. Oh, headlights off the market. Well, now it's a collector's item. I cannot imagine that dialogue is important for an assassin. The most complex thing you can find is... Yeah, that is hard to remember, considering my first console was a GameCube. Hey, Miss Wizard, you made it. Alright, I'm just gonna go in on the AI for this one. Man, look at all that technology bubble. Chuck says he started with text adventures. Not a bad idea, but I didn't really have a lot of genres that opened up to that, if you ask me. World design is just gonna be a whole bunch of words. So, yeah, here we go. Cash is still hanging around 27k, it's 26.5. There's only 2 more bugs, can we get them out? There we go. And platform news, right as I'm about to release this game. Now the G6 says, they tell me this right as I'm about to hit finish on a game for the PC. Can't really get any more worse than that. Of course, I know how this goes in the future, but you know, you gotta ride the fads. New record on technology. Twins, you want to hit finish either when you don't want to lose any more money for waiting around, or if you want all the bugs to be gone. So what I did was I hit finish when there were 0 bugs left in the game, because I thought I could afford to wait around that long. There weren't too many of them. However, sometimes you want to leave some bugs in the game because it takes a while to get certain bugs out, and it's better to just release with 1 or 2 bugs and keep the money that you would have otherwise lost while waiting. Oh, and then Mondu brings up the hype levels as well, right? Yeah, we're all hyped for Smash being December 7th, but imagine if that was a 2020 game. That would be rough. As if we knew about it and it was a 2020 game, it would be rough. Well, that bodes well for the Final Fantasy VII remake, right? Howdy Haddington, Master Assassin. 5. Alright, mid-level. Mondu, did you just say what I said after I said it? Howdy Paddington has its moments. The Azran Extravaganza. Is that what we're calling this now? Do I need to change the stream title to include that? Everything is still running good, right? Now that I'm 2 games in here. Yes, Mondu, I was joking. I know about the thing called stream delay. You know what? I will get a game report on that game just to see where we improved. "14 fans. If only I could get there on Twitch. Maybe at one point. This is only the first stream after all. Look at that research. 44 is a great number. Alright, yeah, sticking with action was really good for the assassin gameplay. Speaking of gameplay, that was important. And PC and action went well together, so that wasn't a total mistake. That's Wizard Hattie Haddington was the name of my second game. I believe that is also the name of a guy from Battle Block Theater. I'm struggling to think of names for these things. My first one was Headlight, just because I noticed the car had a headlight. If you guys ever want to suggest names, just throw them out there. So yeah, that brings us about a half hour into things so far. And, do I want to do research? I should try and save it. Oh, right, that's where the research points come in. Do I have enough for anything? Ooh, new topic. My next set would be Expedition, Technology, Military, and Werewolf. Oh god, legless boots. You know what, I'm gonna hold off on a new game here topic. We can either keep going with the action type games, or haven't done a racing game yet. That's a pretty broad topic. I imagine that would appeal to people. So let's hold off on the research. We almost have enough for an engine too. Alright. So before I come up with the name, I know I want to do a racing game. I know that simulation goes well with that. G64 is still riding strong, but you know what? I'm sticking with my PC guns. Alright. Well, I already used Headlight as the name of a crime game. Let's see. Racing game. Racing game. Unless I want to make Headlight 2 and just call it... Headlight 2 is a complete departure from its initial release. Kind of like how Zelda 2 was a complete departure. In certain ways. Yes, Miss Wizard, those PCs are quite old. No, Headlight 2, it hasn't been 25 years yet. We can't do a Kid Icarus departure yet. Fast Car Simulator 19XX. That's a lovely name. I'm not gonna use it, but that's a lovely name. Alright. Go. I'm going with Go. Accelerate Super Ultra Turbo. Yes, very ambitious. Oh god, can you do a text-based racing game? Some of these genres just don't make sense for the time. Yes, I gotta do those 2D graphics then. We're known for our 2D graphics at Asran Hats with a question mark. Yes, Mondu, I did just get an achievement for that. I told you. By Dr. Segway. No, Dr. Seuss. Racing visual. Oh yeah, I can imagine there is one. Well, engine, because cars have engines. I know it means game engine. No stories and quests whatsoever. And mid-level gameplay. Ah, screw it. 75% gameplay. Well, Mondu, I guess you're not patient enough. If those pits and Crash tell us anything. Nintendo is planning to launch its own gaming console. You know I'm gonna be all about that when it comes. Even though I really shouldn't have any idea who these Nintendo people are yet. Dinky King. That just sounds wrong on so many levels. That's Wizard, there's a car in my house because this is the garage. That's where the office is, the garage. Industry experts doubt that the home gaming consoles. Sunset, Murders, Noir was my first text-based business. Cool, Chuck. We'll see what Nintendo will deliver. Yes, we'll see. I will see. I will see with all of my eyes. Alright, let's get some level design in there. We gotta have those different tracks. We also want to focus a fair amount on the AI. And I doubt you're having too many dialogues if you're all in your own separate cars. Alright, go accelerate Super Ultra Turbo, the racing simulation game with... You know, we don't need as many sounds, we really just need to convey that you are racing a car. That's not as sound intensive as an action game. World design, however, we want this to feel like a place you can really race in. And we also want to convey that through our awesome graphics. You know, I don't even need the 5K basic sounds. I'm gonna say 5K now, and that'll help me down the line. Just you wait. Hattie Hallington's off the market, but he's the gentleman assassin. And there's our bugs down to 0, hanging on to 23.6K. We are in year 1, month 11, week 1. And we just leveled up our engine and gameplay. And our AI. With an even better new record in technology, we are just the innovators here. Forget those Nintendo people. It's all about Go, Accelerate, Super, Ultra, Turbo. And the reviews are in. 6, even better than the 5 I got on the last game. This company is really on the edge of something. I can feel it. Solid 7. Another solid 7. Granted, that's all games. They just hand those out. Alright, certainly want a game report on that for the platform, if nothing else. I know that at a certain point, game reports just take up more time than they're worth. Or maybe that's not the case. Hey, the good old TES. You could call that a classic. Ooh, research is up to 64. We could do a new topic and a custom engine. Contracts have been unlocked. And how did this person finish the game already? It's only been... I guess it actually has been a couple of weeks since the game came out. And we are still in the G64 era. So never mind, of course you finished Go Accelerate Super Ultra Turbo despite all the Super Ultra Turbo features. And of course you're impressed by my talent. I'm a very gifted individual. We're in the contracting business and we could use some skills like yours. If you're ever short on cash, well actually I have 85.3k right now. That's not too bad. I've sold 10k units of Go so far. You know, I bet it's the word Go. Pokemon Go did it for people, Pokemon Let's Go is gonna do it for people, and Go Accelerate Super Ultra Turbo. Alright, lower the mic volume a bit, I can do that. Alright, Mondu, you can get back to me, let me know if it's still peaking. I lowered it by a few decibels. Alright, Jason, we'll keep you in mind. Our game report is in for Go. Yeah, I love how these game reports are always telling me things that I say out loud. This is why I said they might be a waste of time down the line. Over 10k units. Now we'll find contract work just so we can get that tutorial out of the way. But of course if you miss the deadline you'll have to pay a penalty, so it's better to start out small. Freeway. Game Backdrops has the smallest penalty. Not the highest pay, but the smallest penalty. And it gives us 5 weeks. So I'm gonna go for that. Hey, it's the Greenheart Games Makers. Thank you for purchasing this game. No problem, it was cheap. I had a massive issue with contract work. I couldn't finish any of them when I first started. I think that's supposed to be the point. I think you're really supposed to do research and level up all your design and technology so that you gain the speed to keep up with the contract work. So maybe taking this first contract is just a giant mistake and I'm gonna run into the same problem. But I'm going for it anyway just because the penalty was only 2k. Seriously, I rock. Well, thanks for telling me that. Alright, we are almost halfway through the time. Hey, I did it! Nice job, we'll transfer that 13k to my account. That'll come in handy. Use that later in the game to give something to do the team as one. Right. That's another thing. You get a bunch more people later, so the contract work helps in that vein. Miss Wizard, the people who came up with it are Greenheart Games, and even just saw the names of the people behind Greenheart Games as they thanked me for buying the game in the first place. In fact, you get an achievement for that too. You didn't see me get that achievement on stream because I was practicing with the whole streaming thing before. So as soon as I opened up the game, that happened. New contracts every 6 months. So, we better develop a new game then. Ah, the anti-piracy measure. What is that, Mondu? I don't know what that is. I know what anti-piracy is, but I don't know what the measure is for this game. Alright, Miss Wizard, do whatever you need to do. Alright, game number 4. You start getting lower game sales. and you get a report that your game is being pirated. Oh my god. Yep, that is brilliant. Forbidden. It gets so bad you can't make games anymore. Oh god. Alright, Forbidden Fortress is our 4th game here at Azran Huts, with a question mark. An assassin might infiltrate the fortress. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. It's another assassin action game. It's following up on the wonderful, mild, mid-level success that was that other one I made, Hattie Haddington. And we know that action is good on PC, so I gotta stick with it. But you know what? We haven't done a tech... Well... Alright, part of me says we haven't done a text-based game yet, and that actually could work for something like the Forbidden Fortress. Like, I can see the text-based graphics now. I can see the text-based graphics now that say you come to a fork in the fortress and you must choose whether to go up or down. And you get your kills that way. By stealthily making the right decisions based on the information the game provides. On the other hand, every other game I've made so far has had the 2D graphics. Wouldn't that be seen as a major downgrade in the market if I did that? Because we're still in the early era. People are looking for that innovation. This isn't modern times where that retro thing is gonna fly off the shelves. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm sticking with the 2D graphics. Alright, we need that gameplay. I'll lower that engine a bit so that we get even more focus on the gameplay. Oh yeah! I forgot about the custom engine because I got so caught up in the anti-piracy thing you mentioned, and then I just wanted to make another game. Well, this fortress has to sell itself. We need good design there, and again, AI for that. You know what, I'm gonna raise dialogue just a tiny bit on the principle of the matter, that maybe you're a group of people sneaking through this fortress, or maybe you have to talk your way out of certain situations. But yeah, we'll research stuff next. My racing game's off the market. Alright, sound, because action. Graphics are gonna take a slight dip this time. We're at 5 bugs, 6 right now. Can we get those out? Months just passed by, and here's that Nintendo platform that I'm gonna jump on. New record on design, not so much on technology, which worries me a little bit because this company has been pushing forward in the way of technology. But I've leveled up. Forbidden Fortress. Wouldn't that be really bad if I just got a bunch of 4s? I would have loved that. If the game actually had that. Oh, there's a 4! If we had gotten 4 4s on our 4th game, the Forbidden Fortress, and Star Games is ruining that. Oh my god, it almost happened. Star Games, how dare you give me a slightly better review than everyone else? You ruined a perfectly good joke. I hope you're proud of yourself, because I've seen better too. I'm glad I got a chuckle out of people. Let's research that engine. I'm gonna skip over the game report because a lot of that was stuff we already knew, like how action and assassin go well together. Forbidden Fortress is still getting 4K sales. Oh, now it's 5. Name your next game Temptation 10 Tactics. But Mondo, my next game is my 5th game. Not my 10th game. Oh, wait, because then I'd get 10s on the reviews, and you're probably about to type that because of the stream delay. But when I see that, I will know what you're talking about now. I can do a better name than that, though, and incorporate the number 10. You can create your own game engine. Game tutorials and mono sound are now available. I guess since I researched the custom engine, I should... do I have the money for this? I have 143.2k right now. Okay, so they want me to name the game engine. What's the cheapest engine I can make? Oh, it's just either yes or no to each of these. So I could just spend as little as 10k or as much as 90k. If I spend 90k, I'm gonna have 53.2k left over. So you know what? Let's just do it. We here at Azran Hats are so interested in moving our technology forward that we're gonna spend early on, before we've even left the garage. No matter how illogical that sounds. So now we just need to name this thing. The My Savings engine. As in my savings account. I don't know why I'm laughing like this. That's the dumbest thing. I'm creating my engine. When it's finished, you'll be able to use it. Gotta pump those blue points into that circle. Do. Alright, hanging on to around 54k. Hopefully that's enough to get us through the next game with this new, more powerful engine, and we will reap the rewards, because if not, then we're probably never leaving this garage. My savings is now complete. You should try using it in your next game, you don't say. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna leave this one up to the viewers. Do we research a new topic? And as a reminder, the new topics that we could research right now would include expedition, technology, werewolf, or military. So if there's one that you guys want to see me try for an additional 10k, even though I already pumped my savings into an engine, then let me know. While you're doing that, I'm gonna take a sip. Hey, Flame Rocks made it. A military game called Hats of Destruction. That's awesome. So, welcome, Flame Rocks. Hats of Duty. That just sounds wrong. I don't want that with my hats, thank you very much. But welcome Flame Rocks. We're making some games right now. We just made our 4th game, which got a bunch of 4s and a 5. Dumb old 5 ruining a perfectly good joke. And we just built a custom game engine, and I'm wondering, do we invest in a new topic? Military seems to be the thing to go with right now. Alright, Mondo. We're doing this. Spending another 10k to drive things forward, and in this case I mean drive the tank forward. Alright, and with that, game number 5, if you come up with any name ideas, let me know. License cost is 80k for the TES, so making that engine ensured that I could not develop for the TES yet. So until I save enough to jump on Invento's bandwagon, I'm gonna have to stick with the PC. I mean, I'm using one right now, so something's gotta be good. Of course we're gonna pick the My Savings engine. Hey, Miss Wizard's back. So while you were gone, we invested a whole bunch of my savings into a new game engine, and we researched how to do a military game. So we're gonna make one of those. And you know what? It's finally time to get the strategy game that I've always wanted. Yes, lots of risks, hopefully lots of rewards. Let's see. So the name of our military strategy game. Flame Shield. Ha! 776. Points if you get the reference. Actually, I haven't played that particular one in the series. In fact, I didn't play any Fire Emblem games until the 3DS release of Echoes. But that makes me very excited for Switch, because I had a lot of fun with Echoes. I lost one character. That was my first Fire Emblem game. So don't hate it. Graphics. Oh, we can do version 2 with our new engine. It is the My Savings engine, you know how this goes. Story and quests are gonna be a little more important, I imagine. The gameplay is gonna be the most important thing, though. I mean, think about Fire Emblem for a second. You're mostly just trying to defeat all the enemies, or defeat a certain enemy. The quest types don't vary too much. Yes, the later games got a much more expansive story, but we're still really early on here, so we definitely want some. But gameplay is the #1 thing, because you're probably going to be doing the same thing repeatedly for like 20 missions. And as we're developing Flame Shield, the HAT 776, I'm going to remind you I've got some commands. If anyone wants to see if any of those commands are working, be my guest. Some of those link you to music playlists, and others link you to my channel. I will hopefully be posting the entire archives on my YouTube channel, assuming I get that to work, and you can also find my music on that channel. Check your engine stuff like save game and better sounds. Yeah, I did that with Graphics V2, so I will be sure to do that here. Mic peaking again. Let me make a quick adjustment. You know, Mondo, it might be peaking because I did something that you mentioned, and I set the mic to over 100%, although now it's not showing that. Okay, I missed my opportunity for both Flame Rock. I missed the opportunity for waifus, as Flame Rock mentioned, and I also missed the opportunity to click those other parts of my engine. Well, now my savings is really gonna go down. Dialogue to convey the severity of the situation, level design so that we have a mix of different types of maps, and AI so that you get different enemy types. I probably shouldn't have had level design that high. I'm making all sorts of mistakes with this game. But who knows, it may still go on to be a franchise with 23 games. Okay, so I mean, you mean like these selected features here, they were probably back in stage 1, right, Mondo? But these are automatically ticked, so let's hope for the best. World design, I gotta say that's gotta be way up. Way up. Sound doesn't matter as much. This is where we shift our focus. We've made so much new technology that we need to shift our focus to design, although it's actually 50-50 right now. And hey, bankrupt. That's what happens with the My Savings engine, that's a guarantee. We gotta finish that game soon if I want to avoid complete bankruptcy. We did manage to get the bugs out without losing too much more. This is gonna be close, but new records about design and technology. Due to that new custom game engine, we leveled up a few more of our design elements. We gotta release this thing. Why would I trash it at this point? If I didn't trash Headlight or Hattie Haddington, then there's no way that I am trashing this. The TES is a big success. That might be a great place for the next the Flame Shield game. A game called Ridge Quit, where it's so difficult. Maybe that'll be game number 6, if we even get a game number 6. Okay, these reviews may determine whether or not the game ends here. 7. 7. I swear if the next one is 6. 7. Okay, but the last 3 make 7, 7, 6. 7, 7, 7, 6. Alright, we show potential with a good game. Their focus on gameplay serve the game well, and it's enjoyable. Alright, can we get out of the red? Not if those monthly costs have anything to say about it. Where's my game report option? There it is. For Flame Shield, 776. Chuck, you had to know this was gonna get weird. This is me we're talking about. Military strategy engine is quite important. I don't know if I had engine very high on that game, so that's something to keep in mind. And PCs and strategies go great together. Oh, Miss Wizard, we have a home. This is just our garage. What happens as you make more money is that you expand your office to be outside your home, like you have an actual office space. I know that because, like I said, I've seen people play this game a while ago, but as you can tell from my poor reviews, I'm not remembering all the details at once here. Oh, we're up to 88k now. Not bad, Flame Shield, not bad. So now I just gotta decide, would it be more profitable to find contract work right now? Nah, we should probably just make our next game, and this time make sure that we tick all those marks on our custom engine, so that we get even better reviews. Alright. Alright, well, per Miss Wizard's request, This is Rage Quit. Now, what type of game is Rage Quit? Is it a game where we haven't done post-apocalyptic yet? The zombies could make you Rage Quit. Or maybe it's a racing game following on the heels of Go, Super, Ultra, Turbo, whatever I called it. It's a sequel to that, except the difficulty is way up there, so you Rage Quit the race. Hey, Pac-Man in the flesh, Azran in the flesh, Pac-Man in the chat. Hey, Pac-Man's got that crown next to his name. I believe that's a Twitch Prime symbol. Alright, we're going post-apocalyptic. We're breaking new ground all over the place. The My Savings engine continues to be our saving grace here. Oh man, it's good to have people together. With 88k, we do have... Alright, I know that I've made a lot of really big investments so far, and that I've put my entire cost at jeopardy, but there's no way that I'm going to buy the license cost and only have 9k left over. Monthly costs are 8k all on their own. So, if I continue riding the spend bandwagon right now, I'm just gonna go down here. So, we're gonna continue with that PC where I don't need that huge licensing cost. As much as I love you, Nintendo. Pac-Man is special, so he gets a crown. Isn't there a crown that you can get in a certain Pac-Man game? What am I thinking of? Oh, for some reason I was thinking of Super Mario 3D World where you steal the crown from each other, but that has nothing to do with Pac-Man. Alright, post-apocalyptic action would probably make the most sense to me and would make for the most rage quitting. And we know action and PC are alright together. Alright, 2D graphics. We can definitely afford it. Now I'm going to pay special attention to this screen. We want that linear story and that save game that I forgot to click last time, as Mondu pointed out. Wait, do I want the linear story though? I'm supposed to make sure there's not a ton of stories and quests. And so if there's hardly any story at all, do I really need it to be linear? Expensive stuff does tend to be better, though. Also, I'm wondering if I should up the engine also? No, I don't need to up the engine too much. Maybe midway? Alright, I'm gonna get the linear story. We don't have a ton of story in Rage Quit. But it is a point A to point B story. You start by playing the game, and you end by rage quitting. It is that straight path. It's worth investing 10k on. Alright, well, this is post-apocalyptic. You're gonna be dealing with zombies and mutants. I take it they don't speak a ton. Flame Rocks, I'm glad you agreed with me on the linear story thing. We'll get the most challenging yet rewarding experience of your life award. I love how the goal of the game is to rage quit. Of course it is. Chuck, well, why else would we call it that? Now you need to go up against AI that are just so strong that you can't possibly defeat them. Leaving all the bugs to get some rage quits. I wouldn't mind leaving in some bugs if it'll save me another bit of 8k monthly cost. So we'll see how that goes. But I will drop level design a bit. We want that AI. We don't need that dialogue. The real dialogue is the inner dialogue that the player has when experiencing the game. Flame Shield is now off the market. They probably never even left Japan knowing that series. We know sounds are important to action, no doubt. Alright, I know sounds are important, but now with the way this game is going, I'm tempted to leave world design and graphics in the bucket. Maybe not completely in the bucket for world design. Or graphics. Yeah, I'm stubborn. I'm not giving enough time to graphics. But I have 2D graphics version 2 checked off. Oh, now fixed? Great. But you saying that really makes me want to up the graphics even more, so. Alright, sound is coming along. Now we've got 6 bugs. Industry report. Creates a market for more specialized games. Oh, now we gotta consider the age group is what they're saying. So Pac-Man, the premise is that this is based on the early Tycoon games, which are things I love, by the way. Roller Coaster Tycoon, where you build your amusement park. There was School Tycoon, which was my favorite, and you actually had to build your own school, manage the student and teacher population. That one got weird. But anyway, based on the other Tycoon games, you're building up your game development company, starting as a startup out of your own garage. And by releasing these games and managing where your time and resources go, you try and get good reviews and be successful. Mondu can tell you the rest if there's anything I missed. He's got more experience than I do. Alright, Flame Rocks, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate the support. We expect to see age groups make an impact. Target audience is available to be researched. Did you see how I clicked that finish button right as that last bug is being finished? I was kinda trying to keep that one last bug in there, like Mondo was saying. Oh, and Pac-Man, this was really cheap during the Steam sale. I think it was only $5, which is totally worth it if you have any interest at all. It's a good way to kill just a little time here and there, and it's also a really good game for a first stream because it's not very graphics intensive. Alright, I have gotta see. I never did a game report on Forbidden Fortress, so while we're waiting for reviews. Yeah, Mondo, I know. There's always next year, though. Miss Wizard, you say that, and yet Rage Quit was your idea. And Rage Quit 9. Miss Wizard, we did it. 8. 9. These people love to rage quit. They played it for days because they just kept rage quitting. This was the best idea ever. And I'm still waiting for that game report on Forbidden Fortress. Oh no, Vina. The Japanese company is gonna release a home gaming console on their own. Alright, Forbidden Fortress is a game I made a while ago. It said graphics are very important for that type of game. That wasn't really much to go on. However, we might see a lot of insight from the wonderful game of Rage Quit, which averaged an 8.5 in the reviews. Oh, Pac-Man, the game is Game Dev Tycoon. It's under the channel. Also under the channel are some commands that you could try out, assuming I program them properly. They mostly link to my YouTube channel and my playlist. Speaking of the YouTube channel, I do plan to get this archived on there for anything that you missed. Oh, that Vina console is out already. It does not take long for the news to travel. Alright, we need that. What happened to my... There it is. Post-apocalyptic action is a great combination. AI is important for this type of game. I was really hoping we'd get more insight out of that. Alright, so. Oh, Miss Wizard's trying the command, seeing if it works. Based on the fact that I'm not seeing anything from Nightbot, I would say I still have some work to do on those, but thank you, Miss Wizard, for being the first to try that. I do appreciate that. Well, that's something to work on in the future. Nightbot is not in the chat. I guess I forgot that part. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Alright, 209.8k right now. Wow, 209.8k. Hold on a minute. And we also have 69 research points. Come and wake up. Alright, my neck there. You know, after the marvelous misadventures of Rage Quit, people need a tutorial. May as well invest in that. So I'm thinking we'll make one more game here at Azran Hats with a question mark. And then speaking of hats, I'm getting to that point where I'm tempted to switch to a hat in time. I wouldn't be completely done with this game. It would definitely make an appearance in future streams because this is going way better than I thought it would. I was worried that I was gonna sit here and be reading things and it would be a boring watching experience, but I'm having fun. So, this would definitely return in the future, but yeah, I'm thinking one more game in Game Dev Tycoon before I switch it over. And yeah, I definitely want to hit that target audience, as Mondu says. And should I just research that now? You know what? Yes, I will. Let's research that before we make our final game here. For the day. Pac-Man says the mic is popping. That's been a recurring issue. Mondo has also said that the mic has peaked a few times. I've been trying to lower it each time he says it. Alright, you know what? Thanks, Pac-Man's dad. I'm gonna try to lower it one more time here. You know, to be fair, I asked you guys if I should invest in the pop filter. I remember that being a question. Alright, did I finish the research? Yes, I finished the research. I can now specify my target audience. Fuck, man, I'm sorry. I don't know what got into your stomach, but I hope it gets better. Alright, we can go everyone, mature, or young. Let's see what type of game we want to make first. Alright. So, brief recap, I'll see if I can remember. First, we made a crime game by the name of Headlight. It went pretty badly. And then we made... what was it? I think the second one was an Assassin's game with some action. That was Hattie Haddington, based on the guy in Battle Block Theater. We switched gears. To a racing game. We switched gears. And we made Go, Accelerate, Super, Ultra, Turbo, something, something. I threw words in there. We made that one. Then we made a military game, Flame Shield, Hat 776. Which got 776 in the reviews, by the way. I think I skipped over Forbidden Fortress, another Assassin's game, which got a bunch of 4s. So maybe for our last game of the night, we need to try something involving the number 10, like Mondu said earlier. Oh, okay, I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing. A crime game by the name of Tenacious Detention. Because they would be taken to the detention center by the police. But this is a mature game. There's gonna be some serious crimes here. And we know that crime and action go hand in hand. We need that solid action, and it's time to invest in the TES. We've got well over 100k. People love that platform and its controller. The My Savings engine is in full force. Guys, let's do this. Stick with those 2D graphics. Wow, I am in the hole. Keep that linear story, keep that save game, keep all the things. All the things we can get. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh god, we're almost at minus 50. We're almost at minus 50k. If we hit that, we go officially bankrupt, which means I made the worst decision ever by putting this on the TES. We heard a rumor that your game's developing for a mature audience. Would I give an interview about this? That could help build hype. This is our first foray into it. We better explain ourselves. Okay, Vina, no one cares about you. Yes, the interview is free, Miss Wizard. Oh, I hit minus 50k. This is bad, but we have a deal. We will give you 75,000, which should move you out of the danger zone, but in return you have to pay us 135,000 in a year's time. I'm sorry, Gaming Twins, but I was a Nintendo fanboy from the beginning. I've gotten into some Sega stuff recently, though. Puyo Puyo's good. That's a thing they do, right? Alright, I have to agree, because otherwise it's just over. Planet GG has got that interview. The CEO of Azran Hats, ? We think that players are looking for more mature content in games, and we are willing to take a risk, a giant financial risk as well, to give it to them. Yes, Pac-Man, they will eat all our young. But it's the only way to keep going. Hype is up to 9. Well, since we got the bailout, I guess I can afford to let these bugs be fixed. No new records, that worries me. We leveled up our 2D graphics. Okay guys, this is the moment of truth. Will we be able to pay the bailout in the next session? Or am I just gonna be starting a new company? Oh no, oh no, oh no. I put the number 10 in there, you jerks. Well guys, it looks like this is where this company is gonna end. It was meh. It was quirky, but good, according to Informed Gamer. Okay, Rage Quit was our one-hit wonder, I guess. I do still have a year to make a better game, so I'm not gonna start the company over. However, I will not start the company over. However, I guess that's our cliffhanger for this particular game. And you'll have to find out on a future Game Dev Tycoon stream what happens to Azran Hats with a question mark. Will we get out of the hole? Will we make a game that lives up to the name of Tenacious Detention in ways that it did not? Only one way to find out, but speaking of hats, I'm gonna get the intermission screen going here while I boot up A Hat in Time. It's gonna be my first time playing that game. I hope we're all having a good time so far. I hope that other than those mic pops, things are holding out alright. I'm still watching chat if you got anything else you need to let me know about. But, excuse me while I switch the scene, and we'll be right back.